And I think once they're able to determine that, so they're just trying to give them the final bit of instructions, letting them know that they will cruise. I don't want to use the word cruise, but they'll race with the bike itself thereafter.
Let's hope we don't have another problem tonight. Take for example that there's
so I think they're still trying to sort it out. So when he comes around next time, I would imagine they'll be ready. So
our rider to look out in this event will be Ahmed Lopez of Cuba. He is very good at this event, and it being more one of the contact events where it's a lot of bumping and pushing in this event. He slows it down. Racing chairman and vice president of the Cycling Federation now telling him to slow down as he rolls by. And that's the start of the kierin right here. Hassan McLean getting a very good start, has upped. He does not want to take the bicycle, is leaving it up to the first rider. Normally the rules state that the rider on the inside who draws number one has to take the bicycle. You cannot take it away from him, at least for the first lap, and then you can jostle for position. So with that being said, Hassan McLean takes the bike, and they'll be coming to see 4 laps to go.
Again, no one is allowed to pass the motorbike, so they have to remain behind the bike. They don't always ride, as they say in Indian file, because they just have to assume their position.
Most of the times they ride Indian file due to the fact that they just to take the drop, not to use as much energy. Ezekiel Keller realizing that the wheel that he needs to get is in third position, which is, it looks like a Seppler, but Blatchford will not. Blatchford would not give him that wheel. Ezekiel Keller, a very aggressive rider for that small person. He doesn't want to be that far behind. Christopher Seeley, coming to see 3 laps to go, is in a pretty okay position due to the fact that nothing yet has happened or has started. Ezekiel Keller, for me, is using up a bit too much energy trying to get himself on a wheel, and as he bumps and pushes Blatchford as they do this, and this is what the kierin is about. They bounce and try to get into proper position. Blatchford is not going to take any of it as Keller fights him for the wheel. Blatchford is on the inside. Keller realizing that maybe Blatchford being the bigger person. Christopher Celia just lurking at the back. He's just lurking. He knows how to ride this event. He is one of the best I have seen. He's not a very aggressive rider where he bumps and pushes, but he is fast. He is very, very fast. So I will think that the lead out would come from Ezekiel Keller for Christopher Celia, with Celia being the faster rider.
Well, the motorbike will probably be exiting any moment.
The motorbike will be exiting on the back straightaway as they see 2 laps to go.
It's a lap and a half left is when the bike will.
And now you see everybody starts, they start to turn around, look at each other. Hassan McLean is not even looking at the motorcycle anymore, really and truly. He's looking at Ahmed Lopez and maybe looking for Blatchford. He is trying to prove a point. He did not get selected on the national team. He wants to be there. He wants to win this event, being the reigning national champion. So this is where everything is supposed to happen. I'm not too sure. The motorbike should have pulled off. He came off a little late, but he did come off maybe with enough time so Hassan McLean is now leading this group. Where is Christopher Celia? Where is Ezekiel Keller?
Well, they're both on the outside. They know when to get trapped on the inside.
Ahmed Lopez is one of the danger men in this event. Christopher Celia, now they are in bad position. They are not in the position where they're supposed to be. But look at Stumps. Stumps is going for it. Christopher Celia, look at the turn of speed as he goes up the back straightaway into the 200-meter mark. He's in 4th, 5th position. But Ahmed Lopez is trying to move, and the Cubans are looking to come 1-2 as they come to the line. Christopher Celia has no room. It's going to be Tranquilin. Who is it going to be? Lopez. Whoa! Hassie McLean goes
bumped
down
right after they crossed, and I think he went down because so the other cyclists was celebrating each other, and he was still at top speed going around, and certainly it's not over, as they say, until it's over.
They were going basically 65 kilometers an hour, and he went down at that speed. I mean, his tires seem to roll off. It's actually tangled up with him, and that's a very dangerous thing. The ambulance is there on site, and the people, when he's up and he is walking, so, and the crowd applauds. He is very upset, throws his helmet to the ground.
And again, he was in the mix right there.
I'm not too sure if he came into. Wow. As you see the scars from that crash.
That's what you call a white man.
As we see, Hassie McLean is somewhere in the mix. Christopher Celia is at the outside. Lopez, Cuba, 1-2, right? As they come, Hassie McLean looks to kick. Blatchford is coming up the inside. Celia gets third. Celia gets third. McLean. And then afterwards, we don't really know what happens. The two Americans on either side. And as they go by, I think they just came into each other. Blatchford and McLean, and McLean went down. McLean's throwing his gloves to the ground, his helmet. He is most upset. Maybe placed in sixth in the event as well, just walking off his frustration. But it was a very hard crash, and it does happen in cycling, but he's okay. He's up and walking.